Hello and welcome back. My name is Adam and I'm an artist. I just wrapped up this blue and gray abstract watercolor painting and I thought I'd share it. Maybe you find a little inspiration of your own inside this thing. So before I start here, I'm actually going to go for some crayon. I'm going to grab this white crayon. I'm going to mark up this white paper. Now you won't see it go on here, but you're going to trust that those lines and little loops and whatever you feel like scribbling down are there. Now what this is going to do is going to create some surprising texture. This wax is going to repel some of the paint and water that we're going to apply, and we're going to pretend it's not there and just paint like it wasn't. So it'll just surprise us and just do what it does. And I'm going to load up with this Payne's gray, just this beautiful shade of color I've just fallen in love with. And using my oval brush here, just using the thick part of it to kind of create some washes just across the paper. I'm going to create another band a little darker right next to it, have them kind of dueling it out. And a neighboring blue. You're always safe with the colors that, share. It's called blue, it's called gray, so this lighter blue will look good with this Payne's gray. And speaking of, I'm going to grab a little gray here and do a light gray wash. And use a little water here and kind of soften that up and drag it down. And a little bit more. Create some dark notes and spread it out here. Soften it up again. I'm trying to avoid going over my previous strokes too much. If you do that too much in watercolor, it's no good. But one of the reasons I love this oval brush is we can use the tip just like that to load it up with some darker colors and get finer lines here. So I'm going to create some drama, I think, between these two kind of dueling bands. Using a tip here. I'm going to grab this razor blade and roughly carve the shape here that I've made on the bottom, and the same with the top. Just real loose. I'm not going for perfection here. This is abstract. We're just leaving the impressions of that thought. We're not going for accuracy, at least not in this piece. And while the paint here is still wet, I'm going to grab some more and create some more darker and lighter values here, which will make the painting more interesting. And covering up some of the white. And just kind of eyeballing it and saying, what do we need? Some more gray? I think we need some more gray here. Create some drama. It's a little dark, so I'm gonna soften that up. That's nice there. Although I think we might need to balance it on the right side as well. It's kind of what is that, like a sienna kind of brown. I've noticed those play real nice with the Payne's gray. I kind of just did a little bit there. Didn't want to commit too much. Going back to that line. Get some of that darker color and letting the paint kind of wash into what's already there. Create some more drama. The good kind of drama. Grab the salt here, and I'm gonna just regular old salt. I'm gonna spread that on the bottom band and the same on the top. And when that dries, it's gonna do some really cool things here, and I'll show you after that dries what it's gonna do. But now I'm gonna take my razor blade and carve out some more of the shapes that are starting to appear. There's a little bit of brown and gray. I'm kind of drawing over them, using what the paint's done as sort of a rough guide and kind of tracing it almost. See, I'm going around the edges here with the razor. And I'm going to do a little bit of fine line work, not too much. I'm going to make these little railroad track sort of things. And hopefully they come out when it's all dried. I'm kind of using that razor like a paintbrush in a way. I'm just tracing, real light. And hoping for the best. Now I've been looking at it here. I need a little balance out that gray spot on the left with a little bit on the right. I think that's going to look nice. And kind of wash it out here. And reapply that salt. Put a little heavier on the bottom. And then a little bit concentrate on the where the bands are going to meet. And we're just let it dry. No, such an exciting part. I leave, sometimes for a little while or even a day. Come back and see what it looks like. And I'm using this white pen. I think it's a Signo. Link down below. I'm just going to use some real light kind of circles and scribbles. If you do it light enough, it won't be that big of a deal. It'll look like the right kind of mess, the right kind of chaos here. And I'm kind of going around those little shapes, those little florets that the salt has made, and the little shapes that all the paint's done, and kind of very loosely tracing around those. And I'm going to grab a gold Signo and just do a few of those little accents, and I'll show you at the end. We'll go and look at those details of what that does. Alright, so now I'm going to say, what is this painting like? Which way does it like to go? Just because you painted it in one direction doesn't mean it's got to stay that way. You can grab this mat and kind of size it up and see what it would look like if I was to mat it in a frame. This is a real fun part. Now this orientation, now I'm actually really liking that. And here's the upside down, quote unquote. Now all my paintings, you're more than welcome to. There's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way rather to display them. You can put them any way you want to turn them. That's the fun. There's no upside down. There's no wrong way. You just do whatever you want to do with that. And you can grab them in my Ko-fi or my Etsy shop. Plenty of paintings there for you. And if you want this one, you can grab it soon. I'm gonna go with this gold. This is such a pretty gold in this Meliang palette. It just needs a little bit of mixing, but it is a very pretty gold. And I think I'm gonna be brave here. And I'm gonna do a little bit of I'm gonna scratch in a little gold and create some accents. Now be real careful with these gold accents or any accents in general. Too much accents is very easy to do, and then you kind of overdid it. It becomes too busy. Abstract's got to be you got to know when to stop. Is what I always say. It's one of the skills you have to learn when you start doing abstract work is how to when to stop, when to say, okay, that's enough. And I like walking away from them sometimes. If you're not sure, just walk away, do something else, come back and look at that painting, and you'll know should you go or if you're already gone too far, But it's one of the things, It's not just about making messes. There's a thought process. There's a learning curve. I had to learn when I just started doing abstract. There was a lot to learn, and you don't just make a mess and hope for the best. There's a lot of thought behind it. I used to discredit it when I was in high school. I didn't understand it, but now that I've given it a shot, I absolutely love it. So I think that gold, okay, yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. So just checking out the matting here. That looks pretty good. I don't know if I scoot it over and get some of that white on the edge there. And if you have your favorite orientation, let me know what you think. I'm kind of partial to that. I like that. That vertical way, you got this fissure. It looks like tectonic plates or something. Dueling peaks. That's cool too. Again, no wrong way. You got that different, it feels different, Feels like a little bowl or a river. And this too, I like this. This has got a kind of a feminine beauty about it. I also like this way too. That kind of got that balance there, those two lines on the right. I just can't decide. Maybe it's that way, huh? So I'll show you the detail here. There you go. Ain't that pretty? Look at those little railroad tracks. Well, I hope you enjoyed painting along with me and checking it out. I hope you found a little inspiration, and I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.